Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. Okay, if you can't hear me or you can't see me, you can leave a chat. Okay, just to make sure that our camera is okay. Okay. So without further ado, let's start. So hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another free online lesson. And thank you for joining me today. So I'm Hakim, BIM specialist with acadsystems. And for today's topic, you will be joining me looking into a topic of Revit 2023 new features. So Revit 2023 have been released for about a couple of months now. And I hope that this lesson will be a good introduction for you to Revit 2023. Okay, well, there are a lot of new features that are being upgraded into Revit 2023. There are over 30 of them. But today we'll be looking into some of them, and I'll show you in a minute in Revit. But I couldn't show all of them because of our time constraint, and the ones that are not mentioned today are more on the workflows and interoperability with the other softwares, and also some others that are big topics that would require a session on its own. But don't worry, I will show you the way to get to all of this information at the end of our session. And yeah, so but don't worry, in our future free online lesson, it will be based on the latest Revit, in Revit 2023. So just stay tuned with our free online lessons. And without further ado, let's jump into our introduction, and hopefully this will pique your interest into getting to Revit 2023. So if you can see here, these are the key themes that the features, the upgraded features. It helps with the design productivity, simulation and analysis, interoperability, cloud data, design optimization, and documentation efficiency. Okay, don't worry, I'll be showing you how you get to this all of the information, and you can get to see all of the videos at the end of our session. Okay, so let's go into Revit. Okay, so I have my Revit open here, and the first feature that I'll be showing you today is the measure in 3D. Okay, so in Modify, we all know about this ruler. So in previous version, we can only use this ruler on 2D views, for example, on plan views or elevation and sections. But in 2023, it has been upgraded where you can use it on 3D views as well. Yeah, so just click at one point and then click to another. So there are no work plane restrictions, and so you can just click at one point and then to another point, and it will show you the measurements. Okay, so you'll also be able to snap. You can just click on the first point and then right click and then click on the snap overrides here. And for example, if you were to choose midpoints, and that will snap to this midpoint. So you get to know the length, the width of this space quite easily. Okay, you can also do perpendicular, for example. So you get to know the height of this floor. Okay, so it will be perpendicular. Okay, and if you switch on this chain, checkbox here. You just check on it, and then you'll be able to create like a chain of measurement. For example, like 1 point and the next point. Okay, that's one measurement, and then the other, and you can just keep going on. So it's like a chain. Okay, so that will be the first and most exciting upgrade for 2023. And the next will be about the peak plane. So as you all know, once we want to start, like for example, creating a model in place, for example, so you would have to set the work plane first. So in previous version, you will be clicking here, set, and then set work plane, and then you have the peak plane here. Okay, so in 2023, this function has been simplified. So once you drop down here, you can click directly to the peak plane. So you can just pick the plane and then maybe create model in place. So just for example, to generate model, okay, and then you can start drawing your in-place model. Okay, so basically it simplifies your the steps, and they also provide you a shortcut which is PK, pick plane. Okay, just hit on the button PK and then you can click on the work plane. So it's very simple and convenient now. Okay, just PK and then over to a plane, for example here, and then we get a new work plane. Okay, so that is the second one. And then I would like to show you about CAD file import. So there are more options of CAD file imports. Before we try to import, I would like to create a reference plane. Well, this kind of ties to the previous work plane. Okay, so this feature is kind of related to the one that I mentioned before. So for example, we go to a section view, and then I would like to place a car, for example. I'll be importing a CAD file for a car. So I would place a reference plane here. So this is the driveway. Just click a reference plane, then I give it a name like car. Okay. And then we go to insert and import. All right. So previously we don't have AXM, OBJ, and STL files, CAD files. Okay, so now in 2023, they have included AXM, OBJ, and STL CAD files. So right now we're going to try to import an OBJ file. So I just specify the file type, and then I have this downloaded on my computer. And then you can also place where you want to import the object. So for example, here place at, by default is level foundation here. And then you can also place it on the reference plane car park, which we just created just now. Okay, so I'll click on that. You'll be able also to import as a certain category. So when you import it, it will be under its own category, but I'll leave it as it is now, generic model. So I click on open. And then you need to specify the unit of the object. So right now I'll be using meter. Click on OK. Okay, so now it's not visible in this view. So if I go to 3D view, maybe use a wireframe just to locate it. Okay, it's actually here. Maybe we'll go to an elevation view. Okay, here. So if you, this will depend on the CAD file as well. So this is not placed at center and it's rotated in that way. So, but if you check on the plane just now, it is adjacent to the reference plane that we have created just now. So for this one, you can just rotate it 90 degrees. And then if I were to move it to our driveway here, okay, then it will be placed nicely on the reference plane that we've created just now. Okay, so that is the improvement on importing CAD files. They have included OBJ, STL, and AXM. AXM is for forming, one of Autodesk software as well. Okay, and then next, we'll be looking into displaced elements. So before this, if you're not familiar with displaced elements, so displaced elements is where you can click on one object and then you can click on this displaced elements and you can move it. Okay, usually it's only in 3D view, but now you can also do it in 2D views, for example, a floor plan. Okay, so for example, I'll click on this window here, and then I click on display elements, and then I can also move it. Okay, so if you realize that display elements, it only applies on the view that you did. Okay, so just now I move this window, or I move it in 2D, this window, but in 3D, it is not moved. So it only applies on the view that you create, you did this displaced element. Okay, so while displacing it, your tagging will also move along with your object. That will be the same case with 3D view. Okay, so you can tag a displaced element in 3D view as well. So for that, you need to lock the view first. Okay. I go to tag, annotate tab, and then tag by category. Okay, it says that you need to okay, the thing is, it is hidden under this control, so I have to like this. I need to lock it first. Okay, just name it whatever. Now the view is locked. I couldn't unorbit or anything. And then now only I could tag it. Go to annotate, tag by category, and you can tag it. Okay. So also in 3D view, if you move this element, it will basically move with your element. Okay. With the tagging also, you have a new feature which you can merge the leaders. So I think this is easier to be shown in plan view. So for example, we have 4 windows here. Okay, all are labeled with this 46. These are window tags. So for example, I would delete all this first. I just want to make one tag that would lead to all these 4. Okay, I click on tag by category, then I tag one of it, like this. Okay, can make sure that this function is turned on. Just click on it, merge leaders, and then you can click on the other elements to merge the leaders. So instead of each windows have their own tag, now you can merge the leaders to this one tag. So this could be helpful for you if you have a lot of things that need to be tagged, and if you tag one by one, could be messy. So this will definitely help with your graphic presentations. Okay, next we will be looking into room tags as well. Okay, as you can see here, we have this room tag for kitchen and dining with the room number and also the area. So for small spaces like this mechanical room, this one has no information of the room number and also the area. So what if I were to change it to a room tag with area? So as you can see, it's too big and it doesn't fit to this room. So that will be quite messy in our drawing. So in this Revit in 2023, you'll be able to move it and a leader will be created. So I need to enable the leader first. So for that, I will have to go to okay. I need to check on at the property here. Yeah, here. Sorry. Okay. So you need to check on that, and then only you can move it outside for example. So this will also help you with your graphic presentation, so it won't be too messy and you can drag it out. Okay, I'll show you once more. Click on this, I change it to room tag with an area, and then I check on this leader line, then I can move it out. But the leader will be pointing at our space here. Okay, the next feature will be duplicating material and assets. So if I were to go to manage here, and then at materials, here we have one type of material. If I right click to it, and then we will have a duplicate material and asset. So this was probably previously not available. It requires like 2 steps for this workflow, which can be annoying, but right now you can just right click to it and duplicate material together with its asset. Okay. And next, we will be looking at a floor edit. On a floor edit, I will be creating one floor. So So we go to architecture tab and then floor. So architectural, just draw a sample floor here. And then I click on OK. And then I click on modify sub-elements. I add a point in the, I place it here, for example. And this point, this point. And add another in the middle. And then for the middle one, I would input a negative value. That's too much. Okay. So this is not new, but what's new is you can, these are called folding lines. Okay. So you can click on the folding line and convert the lines. So you don't need, once it's converted, it will be a split line. So you don't need to add a split line individually. Okay, you can just add point and then convert lines, its lines. So what does this do is, if you go to visibility graphics, under the floor category, there is these two new subcategory for floors. So folding lines and split lines. So for example, if I were to place an override on the split line, for example, okay, I would change it to red color, for example. Okay, okay, Y. Okay. I would change this line to split line. Change this to split line as well. Okay, so you can see that this is colored in red. So with these two additional subcategories of floors, you have more control. You can change the color. So if you need to do something like this will be very helpful for you. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, in the new feature, you'll be able to cut through some additional categories. Okay, what I meant is, in previous version, if you were to create a section view, it will not, in the section view, it will not cut at certain elements. For example, like furnitures, plumbing fixtures, and pipings, and also caseworks. Okay, so in 2023, you'll be able to cut through it, and it will be represented in the section view. Okay, let's see what means. And let's go and place, for example, a bathtub. So I'll just place one bathtub randomly here. Okay, and then we'll go to view. Click on the section command. I'll just create a small section view here. And let's go to view. Minimize this. Okay, by default, it will give you something like this. It will not exactly cut through your bathtub. So this is what also the previous version does. But now in 2023, you can turn it on to give the actual representation in your graphics. So you just need to click on it and then go to edit family. You need to tap on this enable cutting in views. Okay, so then you can just load it back into your project and then override. Now it gives you the profile. So this will help you with your graphic representation, it will be more accurately generated. Okay. And next, I will be showing you of contour leveling. For this one, I will be opening a new project. Okay. So I'll be creating a topo surface. This is a simple topo surface. Just go to massing and site. Click on the topo surface. I'll give it a 0 elevation first. Okay. Sorry, we're not in the correct view. Let's go to the site view first. In topo surface. Place its 4 corners. Okay. And then I'll give it an elevation of 4,000 here and here. Click on finish. So the new feature is this label contour, where you can just drag it like this, and it will give you the contours. So in previous version, this will be flipped to the other side. So in this new feature, these numbers are oriented to your view. Okay, so previously it could be annoying because it doesn't orientate to your view, but right now it is corrected and help you better annotate your contour labels. Okay. Okay. Next will be this might be one of the first things that you realize when opening Revit 2023 is from this project browser. So we have all of these checkboxes. So some of them are highlighted in blue, some of them are not. So what does this mean is it shows you the highlighted ones are placed on a sheet. So you can easily check which views you haven't placed on the sheet. Okay, for example, you can see here at the elevation, north view is not highlighted. So it means that it is not placed on a sheet. So if I were to drag it and place it on the sheet, okay, I'll just place it randomly here. And there you can see that now the north elevation view is highlighted. Okay, so it will help you in organizing your sheets. Make sure that your views, none of your views are left out. Okay, and then with this view as well, you can change the viewport quite easily. So for example, I'll go to elevation view here. So now I'm at the south viewport. Okay. So I can just change this viewport from here up here and just drag drop down. You can search it, or you can just search it by typing it. Okay. Click on the more, and then your viewport will change to another view. So in previous version, you will have to delete this view and then drag the new one. So in 2023, you can just change it right away. Okay. And so next will be still on the sheet. So for example, I have created a window shadow in advance. So just go on views, shadows, and create a window shadow. So what I want to do is with my sheets here. So I want to create 2 new sheets. Okay, I'll just use the regular one. And then for the first sheet, I'll be placing a level 1 view. Okay, level 1 floor plan view. And then another sheet, I will place a level 2 plan view. Okay. All right. So this new feature will enable you to filter your shadow. Okay, you just go to your window shadow for a while, and as you can see, we have 2 levels, level 1 and level 2 here. So you will have to go to filter, edit here, and then check on this filter by sheet. Okay, this was previously not available. Okay, so just check on that, click on OK. Then you go back to your sheet view, and then when you try to place your shadow on this sheet, window shadow here, and drag and drop it here. So it will only reflect the level 1 items here. So all the windows, because it is placed on a sheet together with level 1, so it only shows the level 1 items here, or the level 1 windows. Then if I were to try it again and place it on the level 2, it will only show you the level 2 items. Okay, but first of all, you need to check on this filter by sheet. Okay, so that would help you with your better scheduling. So you only reflect what is on the view. Okay, and there is also a new category for walls. For example, use this project. This. And then if I were to go to wall and I create just a basic wall like this, and then under wall also I will create a wall sheet. Just put a random wall sheet. This is like cornices and things, decoration on our walls. Okay. So in previous version, this will inherit the category wall, but now it is divided to its own subcategory. Similar like we talk about the floor split lines. Okay, if you go to walls here, okay, there will be a wall sweep. So for example, if you need this wall sweep to be in a different color for your graphic representation purposes, you can go on to filters and add filter, create a new filter, just name it to wall sweep. Okay, and then I will be able to expand my wall here. Click on wall sweep. Okay, click on this, and then I specify a pattern override. For example, color. I want to have these cornices to be in yellow color. Okay, fly. Okay, so this division of from just one category of walls, it has been divided to wall and wall shapes, so you can better manage your graphic representations. Okay, been a little bit over time, but this one last feature that I want to show you. Scroll back to our 3D here. Okay, the last feature that I'll be showing you is regarding our solar study. So it has a new set of controls that you can do. So we need to turn the sun on first. Okay. So turn on the shadows. Click on the solar study. Okay. So we have a new kind of ribbon here, where you can have more control. For example, it's a single day study. Just choose Boston, and then you can control the sunlight intensity here, your shadow intensity. Might not be too obvious. Zoom it out. Yeah. You see that? So you can control your sunlight intensity and shadow intensity. Play on the preview of our solar study. So this is also a new upgrade from the previous version. So I think that will be all for our introduction to Revit 2023. So before I end our session, I would like to bring you to our website. So you can just go to acadsystems.com. You can go to acadsystems.com, and then at our homepage, you can check out our latest promotions on our softwares, whether we have sales or whatnot. And then you can also check our future free online lessons, and you can reserve your place here. For example, if you are interested in this, you just click on it and then reserve your space here. Okay, RSVP here. And then from our website also, if you can check out our training schedule, and then you can find us on Facebook and also YouTube. Okay, you can go on our YouTube. All our free online lessons will be uploaded in our YouTube channel. So for over these years, we have an extensive library that we have built. So you can just go to our YouTube channel, give it a subscribe, and then you can check out all of these topics across various softwares of Autodesk softwares that you can learn from. Okay. And from our website also, you can click on this live agent chat, okay, to communicate with us. You can just click on it. Okay. And then you can chat with us if you have any inquiry regarding our services. Okay. Lastly, I promise you to show you the link to get to all of the new features that is available. You can just go to Google, then type in Revit 2023. So here you can check on the what's new in Autodesk Revit 2023. Here it is more detailed. It will show you all of the new features with the videos, so you can check it on your own time later. Okay, So do we have any questions before we end our session? All right, so I think that will be all. Thank you for joining me with our free online lesson today. So I hope this will pique your interest into getting into Revit 2023. And I hope to see you again in future in our free online lessons. So thank you. Goodbye.